from the station that's working for you. You're watching Fox 4 News at 6.
A man who was getting ready to stand trial for shooting a teenager nearly 2 years ago took a last-minute plea deal just days before his trial was set to start. I'm Lauren Halifax.
And I'm John Holt. As you saw first on Fox yesterday, 86-year-old Andrew Lester agreed to plead guilty, in this case to a single lesser charge in a racially motivated case that went viral, even though prosecutors never filed a hate crimes charge. Lester shot then 16-year-old Ralph Yarl in April of 2023. Yarl had mistakenly gone to Lester's house on Northeast 115th Street instead of a home off Northeast 115th Terrace. Shortly after going to the front door, Lester shot Yarl. Fox 4's Malik Jackson live at the Clay County Courthouse tonight, where today's change of plea hearing ended the need for a trial next week. Malik.
John, from the very beginning, we saw protest, we saw anger, and we saw questions. And throughout this entire process, Andrew Lester and his team made it clear that they were going to fight this case. Well, today that changed, and he took accountability. Now the 86-year-old is a convicted felon. Andrew Lester wheeled into the courtroom looking as frail as his attorney argued he was, while now 18-year-old Ralph Yarl sat in the front row stoic the entire time.
And in this courthouse, it doesn't matter, right? It doesn't matter the color of your skin. It doesn't matter how much money you have, who your friends are. We are all held equally to account.
The state dropped 2 felony charges against Lester, who ended up pleading guilty to second-degree assault. It's a conviction that carries up to 7 years in prison. The prosecuting attorney responded to Fox 4's questions about the lack of satisfaction the Yarl family had in him all along the process. They even at one point requested former Jackson County prosecutor Gene Peters Baker take over.
We understand that frustration, but throughout this process, our office has maintained regular and respectful communication with Mr. Yarl's family.
In a statement, Ralph Yarl and his mother said that justice demands more than a guilty plea. They go on to say, "We are grateful to those who stood with us, saw Ralph's humanity, and rejected a world where fear and prejudice endanger innocent lives. This case has never been just about Ralph. It is about every child's right to exist without being seen as a threat." Andrew Lester will be sentenced on March 7th at this courthouse at 10 a.m. The state is asking for 5 years for this defendant. The judge will have the ultimate say on what he thinks is appropriate. John.
Malik, we know that when this case first broke, race came up time and time again. Even the prosecutor alluded to it, but we never heard that in court.
John, that is correct. We never did hear that in court. And this issue was actually the source of some of the frustration that the family had with the prosecutor's office. The fact that Thompson didn't lean in to this. Well, we asked him about that today, and he said that, yes, he still believes it's an obvious factor in this case, but they never uncovered anything that indicated that there was any racial motivation on the part of Andrew Lester. So there that is. A programming note, John, for our viewers on Monday on Fox 4 News at 10 o'clock, an exclusive sit-down that we had with Cleo Nagby, Ralph Yarl's mom. She details what the last 2 years have been like for her family and, of course, for her son, what they wanted out of this plea, why they accepted it, and, of course, how Ralph is doing now, thriving down in college in Texas. All of that Monday at 10 o'clock.